all of you, boys. Yesterday we started 16th group elements and some general concepts we covered in our yesterday's class. Today we are discussing some more topics, that is particularly general chemical properties, general compounds of the 16th group elements. So those are nothing but hydrides, halides, oxides, oxyacids. After that, oxygen compounds and sulfur compounds. This is our chapter, boys. So let us start with some general compounds of 16th group elements. So first one, hydrides. Hydrides. What are these hydrides? Hydrides are nothing but our element with hydrogen. Our element with hydrogen, the binary compounds are called as hydrides. Here our elements, that is either oxygen, sulfur, everything has so two paired electrons and two unpaired electrons. With these two unpaired electrons, hydrogen can involved in bond formation. That is why H2O type compounds are. That is why MH2 type compounds are formed. MH2 type compounds. That means the general formula for hydrides of 16th group elements is MH2. Here M is our 16th group element. So that M has two lone pairs. That M has two lone pairs, boys. Okay. Now, what are the compounds? Those. So H2O, H2S, H2Se, H2Te, H2P1. So oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium. These are the compounds, hydrides of our 16th group elements. So here oxygen can also form another hydride, that is hydrogen peroxide. So sulfur also gives hydrogen perosulfide. Hydrogen perosulfide. It is sulfur also gives a polysulfide. So these are other hydrides of our oxygen and sulfur. Remaining almost not acceptable. Not these compounds are not formed, wise. So these are our general hydrides. So we are restricted here to these compounds. That is MH2 type compounds. Here we are going to discuss not H2O2, not H2S2, and not H2SN. Okay. So N is the number. That is 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Anything. Here N is so 2, 3, etc. infinity. Polyhalide, boys, most frequently. So up to 10 may be possible. Up to 10 may be possible. Okay. Now H2O, H2S, H2Se, H2P, H2. Now what are these compounds? Water, hydrogen oxide. Water, commonly called hydrogen sulfide, hydrogen selenide, hydrogen telluride, hydrogen polonide. These are the names of those compounds. Boys, all these are covalent compounds. All these are covalent compounds. Next, except water, remaining all compounds are gases at room temperature and also poisonous condition. Also poisonous. So these are colorless gases. Colorless gases and poisonous condition. So water is a colorless liquid. Water is a colorless liquid, which is at room temperature. Why? Water is in liquid state and remaining hydrides are in gaseous state. In water, there is intermolecular hydrogen bonding is possible, boys. Like this. That means molecular association takes place. Molecular association takes place. Because of that, water exists as associated liquid. Water exists as associated liquid at room temperature. H2O is a liquid because of intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Because oxygen is the second most electronegative element, which is bonded with hydrogen. This oxygen gets partial negative charge, this hydrogen gets partial positive charge, positive, negative. Because between these two, hydrogen bonding is possible. But sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium, not that much electronegativity, boys. Not that much electronegativity to form hydrogen bonds. That is why in remaining cases, hydrogen bonds are not possible. That is why as molecular association is not possible, there exists weak van der Waals forces. Because of that, that is in gaseous state. So that means, so except water, remaining all are in gaseous state. Water is in liquid state because of presence of hydrogen bonds. Okay, next. Formation, boys. So from its elements, what is it for? That means H2 plus O2 combination gives H2O, H2 plus S gives H2S. That means these are all formation of these compounds from those elements. From those elements, this is delta H formation, boys. So during the formation of H2O, that is from H2 plus O2 gives H2O. During this formation, that gives minus 282 kilojoules of energy, half mole O2. Every 1 mole compound should be formed here. Okay, 286. It is exothermic process. That means formation of water is in exothermic. Water is exothermic compound. So that means energy release. Water has a very low energy. That is why that is stable. Next, H2S also exothermic case, negative. So in remaining cases, that is positive. That means it is 73 kilojoules required for the formation, 100 required, 110 required. That means the top to bottom, these are exothermic compounds, these are endothermic compounds. So exothermic products are more stable than endothermic products. Therefore, these two are more stable than these. Next, at the same time, more is the amount of energy released, more is the stability of that compound. Therefore, top to bottom, the stability of these hydrides decreases. The stability of these hydrides decreases. That is all due to by using delta H formation values. Those are all due to by using delta H formations. Now, what is the preparation of these compounds? Preparation methods. Already we know, boys. Water can be prepared in any of the methods. We know number of methods. H2 plus half O2 gives H2O. So acid plus base combination gives H2O. So in most of the reactions, water should be the byproduct, boys. Byproduction. But remaining cases, see here. H2O, H2S, that means any sulfide, any metal sulfide, when reacts with dilute acids, H2S should be the byproduct. So H2S should be the byproduct. H2S has a rotten expellent. H2S has a rotten expel. The gas is generated. Boys, this is the most important laboratory reagent we know. For identification of cations, second group and fourth group cations, H2S gas is passed. We are well known, boys. So that H2S is prepared by this method. So the apparatus used to prepare H2S in our laboratory is called as a KIPS apparatus. So there, this is the reaction used for the generation of H2S. Okay, next. So similarly, aluminum selenide gives hydrogen selenide. Aluminum telluride gives hydrogen selenide with acids. At last, hydrogen polonide. That is when polonium magnesium alloy is treated with acid like HCl, that gives a polonide, polonium hydride, and magnesium is dissolved in the formed compound. That is water should be there. Okay, these are some preparation methods of our hydrates. Hydrates. Let us take some properties about these hydrates. Please wait. See here. Now the properties of these hydrates. So note down one by one, point to point. See here, boys. What are those? H2O, H2S, H2SE, H2TE, H2P1. Okay. Now, here, boys, there is hydrogen oxygen bond, hydrogen sulfur bond, hydrogen selenide bond, hydrogen telluride bond, hydrogen polonide bond. For these elements, top to bottom, almost electronegativity decreases. Highest electronegativity for oxide. Therefore, the bond polarity from top to bottom, bond polarity decreases. Am I correct? So there is a large difference between hydrogen and oxygen bonds. Hydrogen 2.1, oxygen 3.5. There is a large difference between electronegativity and so more is the difference, more is the bond polarity, boys. Bond polarity decreases from top to bottom. Note down this point. Bond polarity decreases from top to bottom. Because of this bond polarity, that means ionization is very, very less. The solubility of these hydrates from top to bottom decreases. Therefore, solubility in water decreases. Down the group, boys. I am explaining here. Down the group. Down the group, polarity decreases. Down the group, solubility of water decreases. So solubility in water decreases. Solubility in water decreases from top to bottom, boys. Next, what happened? That is melting point and boiling point. Melting and boiling points. Okay, boys, water is liquid. Water is liquid. That means because of association, water has greatest boiling point. So remaining hydrates are liquid instead, gaseous instead. That's why they
gas,
are low boiling points. So based on that, H2S less than H2SE less than H2TE
H2PO less than H2O.
less than H2O. So it is the melting and boiling point order space. So H2S less than H2SE less than H2TE less than H2O. Why water has more boiling points?
Liquid,
Due to hydrogen bonding. Due to intermolecular hydrogen bonding, that water has more melting and boiling, more boiling point, particularly more boiling point. Next, what about bond length?
H2PO increases down the group, sir.
Bond length. మా H2PO, PO ని మనం వీలైనంత వరకు కన్సిడర్ చేయట్లేరా, you don't worry. Bond length, what happened? So size of the atom increases, orbitals, overlapping orbital size increases. Because of that, bond length increases down the group. Bond length increases down the group. From top to bottom, bond length increases. Therefore, bond length order H2O less than H2SE sulfur less than H2SE less than H2 tellurium kada, tellurium less than H2PO. Consideration. So this is the bond length ordering. From top to bottom, bond length increases. Next, once the bond length increases, see here hydrogen oxygen, here hydrogen sulfur,
Bond
here
easily
hydrogen
breaks.
selenium,
Bond easily
hydrogen tellurium, hydrogen polonium. That means bond length increases, distance between the atoms increases, attraction between them decreases, easy to break. Am I correct?
Yes, sir. Bond
Yes, sir.
dissociation energy decreases.
Bond energy decreases down the group. Exactly. H2O less than, sorry, greater than, H2S greater than, H2SE greater than, H2TE greater than, H2P1. That is bond energy, boys. Bond energy decreases down the group. That means which is easy to break? Which is easy to break?
H2PO.
H2O bond or H2O bond?
HPO, sir.
HPO.
H2O bond. That means which is more stable?
H2O, sir.
H2O, sir.
H2O. It is difficult. Therefore, thermal stability. Thermal stability. What happened? Increases or decreases?
Decreases, sir.
Decreases, sir.
Decreases. That means H2O greater than, H2S greater than, H2SE greater than, H2TE greater than, H2P1. Thermal stability decreases. Now, from where hydrogen is quickly out?
H2PO, sir.
H2PO.
Which gives hydrogen easily, acts as best reducing agent. Am I correct?
Reducing.
Therefore, this is good reducing agent. This is weak reducing agent. That means reducing property of these hydrides
Increases down the group.
increases. Therefore, reducing power top to bottom increases. Reducing power top to bottom increases. Therefore, H2O has less reducing property, H2S less, H2SE less, H2TE less, and H2P1. So this is the strong reducing agent. That should be the strong reducing agent. So these are all based on bond length, boys. These are all based on bond length, and here we are discussing. Okay, next. Tell me, boys.
Sir, symbol reversal, sir. Last.
Oh, it is yes. Strong reducing agent. Boys, all these are due to, tell me, why? Because of this is good reducing agent. Thermal stability is low. Thermal stability is low.
Yes, sir.
Thermal stability, why it is low? Because more is the
Bond
bond
energy.
More is
Means as bond length increases, thermal stability
Thermal
decreases,
stability
reducing property increases. Therefore,
Increases, sir.
thermal stability, bond length is inversely proportional to thermal stability rank, which is, tell me, inversely proportional or directly proportional? Bond length. More is the bond length.
Directly
More is the
proportional.
reducing property.
Reducing power.
So reducing property. This is the interrelation between it. Not only here, at anywhere. At anywhere, this is the interrelation, boys. As bond length increases, thermal stability decreases. As stability decreases, from that hydrogen is quickly out. That's why that should be the best reducing agent. So this is about some properties. Let us discuss some more properties. Please wait. Now, boys, when these hydrides are dissolved in water, what happens? See here, H2O, when dissolved in water, gives H3O plus OH minus in it, which is called as autocatalysis. It is a reversible reaction. Okay. Next, when H2S dissolved in water, that gives H3O plus HS minus. HS minus. That means, so water it may be MH2 type compounds. When it is dissolved, that gives H plus ion and MH minus ion. These substances can release H plus ions. Okay, so that is why our MH2 in our 16th group elements acts as acids. Our MH2 type compounds acts as acids. Am I correct or wrong? Observe it.
Yes, sir.
So our MH2 has acidic in nature. That acidic nature from top to bottom, what happened? See here.
Increases.
See here, boys.
Increases,
Let us
sir.
take an example. H2S.
Increases, sir.
It is break down into H plus and HS minus. Now this HS minus. See here. That HS minus once again break down into H plus and S minus. So that means 1 mole H2S gives 2 moles H plus ions and S minus 12. So it is first step, it is in second step. Therefore, it has Ka1, it has Ka2, boys. That means our H2S, not only H2S, all these hydrides are dibasic acids. Clear? Our hydrides are dibasic acids. So these are all weak dibasic acids. These are all weak dibasic acids. Very, very, very important. Our hydrides, our 16th group hydrides acts as weak dibasic acids. Now, what happened? That acidic nature from top to
Increases.
bottom increases.
Increases.
Acidic nature from top to bottom increases. That means H2PO is the good acidic in nature. That is strong acid. It behaves like strong acid, boys. Therefore, order of acidic character. That is H2O less than, H2S less than, H2SE less than, H2PE less than, H2P1. Our water is amphibolic in nature. So remaining all are weak acidic. Remaining all are weak acidic. Water is amphibolic in nature. Amphibolic in nature, and it is important. Now, top to bottom bond energy, bond length. See here, top to bottom. What happened? Bond length increases. That means bond energy decreases. That means from where hydrogen is quickly out. That means
H2PO.
what happened in ionization character? Ionization.
Character
Increases.
increases.
Increases or decreases? Increases. Therefore, acidic
Decreases.
character
Increases.
character increases. So that is all due to bond length cases. So acidic character increases. Okay. Now let us observe. What about the conjugate acids? So H2S is acid. Now HS is the conjugate base. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Let us discuss about those conjugate bases.
సార్ అయనైజేషన్ ఎలా ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది సార్
Amma?
సార్ అయనైజేషన్ అనేది డిక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది సార్ బాండ్ ఎనర్జీ డిక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది
Avunu, ionization increases, not ionization energy. Easy to ionize.
ఓకే సార్ ఎస్ సార్ ఎస్ అది
Okay, na? Next.
ఎస్ సార్
Now conjugate bases from this OH minus, from this HS minus, HSE minus, HTE minus, HPO minus, All these are conjugate bases. These conjugate bases, stability, tell me,
Decreases
it
from
is
top.
easy to form, boys.
Decreases down the
It is
group,
easy
sir.
to form.
Yes, sir.
HP
Easy to
will-
form, sir.
This is
More
easy
stable.
to form. That means easy to form
More
is
stable.
most stable.
Yes,
So
sir.
stability, top to
Increases.
bottom, increases. So
Increases.
top to bottom stability increases. HPO is more stable. HPO is more stable because the size of this ion is big. It is something small and something smaller, small. That means here negative charge is distributed at very small size atom ion. It is more size ion. That means perfectly balanced situation. Because of that, this HPO minus ion is very stable. That means the charge is distributed over a large area. Here, charge is distributed over a large area. Therefore, more stable. So remaining cases, less stable boys. That means the why that stability is increased from top to bottom. This is the reason behind that. Okay, next point. Now, all these compounds, what are the structure and shapes? See here.
Angulars.
Yes. All these are angular shape molecules
Bent.
or bent. Okay. Angular shape or inverted V shape molecules wise. See here. That is H2O. Seems to be like this. Oxygen has two lone pairs. The bond angle in H2O is 104 degrees. Correct or wrong? 104.5 in particularly exactly. 104.5 degrees. Okay. Now I'm writing bond angles boys. H2O, H2S, H2SE, H2TE.
Decreases down the group.
Yes, H2PO. Okay. So in case of H2S, bond angle, I'm explaining bond angle boys. So here bond angle is 104.5 degrees. It is 92 degrees. It is 91 degrees. It is 90 degrees. It is almost 89 degrees nearly. Nearly 89.5 degrees. So in our textbook, the value is 89.5 degrees. Now tell me boys. So from top to bottom,
Decreases bond angle.
bond angle what happened? Decrease.
Decreases.
Decreases, sir.
See here, in remaining hydrides, except water, remaining hydrides, bond angle nearer to 90, correct or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But in H2O, the bond angle is 104.5 degrees. But in H2O, the bond angle is 104.5 degrees. Why this much difference is there? Because
Hydrogen bonding, sir.
in H2O, say not that one. In
Hydrogen.
H2O, the central atom is oxygen. This oxygen is in sp3 hybridization. That means here the bonds are sp3 hybrid orbitals involved bonds. Because of that, so sp3 tetrahedral lone pair bond pair. That is as per our Vesper theory, the bond angle is 104.5. As per Vesper theory. Here central atom oxygen is in sp3 hybridization. But in remaining cases, the central atoms sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium, whatever it may be, not in hybridization. Not in hybridization wise. It has no hybridization. That means pure p orbitals are involved in bond formation from sulfur, selenium, and other cases. So that means p orbital, p by pz have unpaired electrons. So this is the py orbital. This is a pz orbital of sulfur. This py and this pz. This is hydrogen. This is hydrogen boys. So that's why bond angle is near to py pz almost 90 degrees angle. Therefore, so because of bond pair repulsions, because of that, the bond angle is roughly 90 degrees. So similarly, here also happening. Because as size increases, those repulsions between the bond pairs decreases. Because as size increases, orbital distance increases. That is why repulsions are less. That is why bond angle is decreased. Bond angle. That means sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium. There the central atoms not involved in hybridization. Pure p orbitals are involved in bond formation. Because of that, the bond angle is near to 90. But in case of H2O, the oxygen is in sp3 hybridization because of small size. Because of small size, oxygen involved in sp3 hybridization. That is a bond angle. As per Vesper theory, it is 104.5 degrees. 104.5 degrees. It is very, very, very important. Next, boys. All these are covalent compounds or not?
Yes, sir. Covalent, sir. Polar.
Covalent. So that means that covalent nature, that is a covalent bond tendency, and that covalent nature from top to bottom increases. Okay, see here, covalent nature increases from top to bottom. Bond covalent nature. As size increases, covalent nature increases. So covalent nature from top to bottom increases. This is about hydrates of our 16th group elements. Now, about other hydrates of our 16th group elements. About other hydrates of 16th group elements. Note down these points, boys. Note points. H2O2 from hydrogen side, sulfur side H2S2. It is hydrogen peroxide, it is hydrogen persulfide. Hydrogen peroxide, hydrogen persulfide. So both these have same structure. Both these compounds have same structure. Both these
Open book
compounds have same structure. And that too open book structure. Open book structure. So that is similar to like this. Two oxygens, single bond, and it is hydrogen. It is hydrogen. It is open book structure, boys. Okay, each oxygen has two lone pairs. Similarly, sulfur also. Later we will discuss about internal compounds. It is open book structure. Open book structure. Next point. Next point, any H2S5 pentasulfide. H2S5. It is a particular sulfide, boys. So see here. What about here? The structure is how many sulfurs? 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sulfides. It is hydrogen. It is hydrogen. So it is pentasulfide is like that. If it is n times, polymeric sulfide is possible. If it is H2S n times, therefore hydrogen, sulfur, 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 like this going on. And I am taking this one as n times. N times. So this is a polymeric cases. Polymeric cases. Okay. Next. Next one. So among H2 and H2S, H2S is the best reducing agent. H2S is the best reducing agent. Okay. Among H2O and H2S, H2S is the best reducing agent. Here, S managed to change it to sulfur. So that means sulfur is oxidized and acts as a reducing agent. S managed to act as sulfur, that is a reducing agent, boys. So even that is H2S reacts with KMnO4, that converts the S plus MnSO4. S8. S8. That S8 has 0 is the oxidized state. Here sulfur is -2. It is 0 and oxidized acts as reducing agent. Sulfur acts as reducing agent. Okay, that is the reducing property of our H2S, boys. Next, about water. Water has two dissociation conditions. Water, see here. Ionization. H2O. About H2O. H2O ionizes into H plus and OH minus. Okay, H plus N, OH minus N. So this is called as KW case, boys. KW for water. KW means ionic product of water, which is equal to 1.0 into 10 power minus 14 moles square per liter square.
Equal to 10
It is for water. It is for water. Next, dissociation constant of water. Which is nothing but Ka value, which is equal to 1.80 into 10 power minus 16. Ka value, dissociation constant. 1.80 into 10 power minus 16 is the dissociation constant of water. Please keep in mind wherever you require. Use these values. These are all at 25 degrees centigrade. These are all at 25 degrees centigrade. This is about hydrides of 16th group elements. Okay, so later we are going to discuss so sulfur and its compound H2S and some compounds we are going to prepare, boys. Please wait up to that. So we will prepare H2S industrially. So sulfur and its compounds lo H2S guరించి discussion పెడదాం. Wait and see. Okay, so water గురించి discussion అంటే so hydrogen and its compounds of water compounds అన్ని discuss చేస్తున్నాం. కాబట్టి it is already in your first year about water. About water is in first year. About H2S later we will discuss under sulfur compounds. Okay, now halides and second subheading. Halides. Our elements with halogen, the formed binary compounds are called as binary compounds of element with halogen are called as halides, boys. Halides. Okay, what is X here? X is nothing but fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, etc. M is our 6th group element. M is our 6th group element. Okay, here our 16th group elements can form a different variety of halides, boys. Already we know. See here,
SF2, SF1.
that is M2H2 type, M2H2 type, MX2 type, next MX4 type,
MX6.
MX6 type, and some others also there in that is beyond our syllabus. Okay, M2H2, nothing but it is the dimer of this compound, boys. M2H2, it is dimer. Here our M is in +1, X is in -1. But so X2 -2 exists. Here it is X2 -2. Next, here our metal, that is our 16th group element, is in +4 oxygen state. Sorry, +2 oxygen state. Here this is +4 oxygen state. Here it is a +6 oxygen state. So these are the possible oxygen states. These are all possible oxygen states. MX is unstable. M2H2 is stable. Dimer state is possible. Okay. Now, what are those compounds? Let us observe element to element. What are those compounds? Monohalides. Formula M2H2 type. Halides. MX2 type. Tetrahalides. MX4 type. Hexahalides. MX6 type halides. See here. About oxygen. Oxygen can form monohalides with high electronic element like fluorine. That is O2F2 is possible. O2F2. Oxygen dihalide. Here our element is +1, boys. Here our element is +2. Here our element is +4. Here our element is in +6. So here OF2 compound is positive. from oxygen side. Now oxygen can exhibit +4 and +6 oxygen state. Tell me, boys.
No, sir.
No,
No,
sir.
sir. No.
Can exhibit.
No, sir.
So that means
No, sir.
tetrahalides and hexahalides of oxygen are not possible due to absence of
D orbital.
d orbitals in oxygen. So due to absence of d orbitals, oxygen cannot exhibit tetrahalides and hexahalides. Next, sulfur side. Sulfur. Sulfur can also form S2Cl2 monohalide, S2F2 monohalide, and with fluorine and chlorine monohalides are possible. With fluorine and chlorine dihalides possible. Fluorine and chlorine. Tetrahalides, sulfur with SF4, SCl4 possible. SF4, SCl4 possible. SF6,
SF6, sir.
SF6, SCl6 not exist. SCl6, once asked boys, is SCl6 exists or not exist? Not exist. Why not? Please wait.
Sir, dial.
See here. See here, boys.
Chlorine can't.
Even though sulfur exhibit higher oxygen state +6, that +6 is possible only with high electronegative elements. What is the high electronegative element? Fluorine is the highest electronegative element. So that means hexahalides in most of the cases possible with fluorine only. Next point. Chlorine is a more sized atom than that of sulfur. So see, sulfur has this much size. Chlorine, chlorine is something less size, boys. But when compared to fluorine, fluorine is more size or less than?
More
When
size.
compared to fluorine,
More
fluorine
or
is
less.
less size or more size?
More
See
size.
here. I am drawing SF6.
Cannot
1,
accommodate.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. SF6 is possible because there is an accommodation of 6 fluorines around the sulfur because sulfur is small in size. But what about chlorine? Sulfur.
Due to large size.
So chlorine is something more size when compared to that one. Almost only 5 is possible. 6th there is no accommodation. That means so chlorine 6 chlorines accommodation is not possible. Therefore, SCl6 is not exist. Only SF6 is existed. SF6 is exist. First of all, note down the point. Because of small size of chlorine, 6 fluorines are accommodated on sulfur. There is an accommodation of 6 fluorines on sulfur. But chlorine has more size based on that. So there is no accommodation for 6 fluorines on sulfur surface. Therefore, SCl6 is not exist. Next point. So next one, selenium side. Selenium side. That is Se2F2 possible. Se2F2 possible. Next, Se2Cl2 possible. Se2Cl2 possible. Next, dihalides of selenium is not possible. Dihalides of selenium is not possible. It is due to middle row anomaly. Already I explained that point. So because of middle row anomaly, dihalides of selenium is not exist. Note down that point. Important. Due to middle row anomaly, dihalides of selenium is not possible. Next, SeF4, SeCl4, SeBr4 are possible from selenium side. Next, fluorine side, that is SeF6 possible. SeF6 possible. Next, oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium. From tellurium side, tellurium not exhibit monohalides. So tellurium not exhibits monohalides because here oxygen bond is there. Here sulfur bond is there. Here selenium bond is there. Here tellurium bond. That is nothing but catenation or not? Tell me, boys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So that catenation is absent here due to absence of catenation. Due to absence of catenation,
సెలీనియం కూడా ఉండదు
tellurium,
కదా సార్.
amma,
సెలీనియం లో కూడా క్యాటనేషన్ ఉండదు కదా సార్.
tellurium lo nenu selenium lo rare case unstable avutundi, a little is possible. So due to absence of catenation, tellurium doesn't exhibit this monohalides. So dihalides side, TeCl2, TeBr2, TeI2 possible. These are observed. TeI2 possible. Next, here TeF4, TeBr4, Cl4, TeBr4, TeI4 are possible. Next, hexagon only with fluorine. TeF6 is possible. TeF6 is possible. Next, polonium side. Polonium side not exhibit boys. Once again, due to absence of catenation. Not possible. Absence of catenation. Next, polonium side nandra PoCl2, PoBr2 possible. PoCl2, PoBr2 possible. Next, here PoCl4, PoBr4, PoI4 possible. Next, hexahalides of tellurium is not possible due to, tell me,
ఆప్షన్స్ ఆఫ్ ది ఆప్షన్.
d orbital ఉండవు దాంట్లో.
Effect.
Inert pair effect. So tellurium doesn't exhibit +6 oxidation state because of inert pair effect. So due to inert pair effect, IP అంటే inert pair effect. Due to inert pair effect, that is not exist. So these are the possible that is halides of our 16th group elements, boys. Let us discuss one by one. See here, boys. Only fluorine can form hexahalides. Am I correct or wrong?
Yes sir.
Yes,
Note down the point. Note down the point. Only fluorine can form hexahalides due to its high oxidizing power. Only fluorine can form hexahalides due to its high oxidizing power. That means it can oxidize the element into its highest oxidation state because of this greatest oxidizing power. That is why sulfur +6 daga migata elements +6 daga తీసుకొచ్చే కెపాసిటీ ఫ్లోరిన్ తప్పితే మిగతా వాటికి లేదు. Okay, next point. Next point. Note down one more point. Those elements in its highest oxidation state, those elements in higher oxidation state, I'm writing here. Those elements in higher oxidation state can oxidize Br minus I minus to Br2 and I2. Br2 and I2 respectively. అమ్మా ఇక్కడ చూడండి, హయ్యర్ ఆక్సిజన్ స్టేట్స్ లో అంటే సల్ఫర్ కావచ్చు అవి కాదు, ఎందుకంటే ఆ కేసులో అవి జనరల్ అన్స్టేబుల్ గా ఉంటాయి కాబట్టి అవి రెడ్యూస్ అవడానికి పక్కన ఉన్న వాటిని అవి రెడ్యూస్ అవుతూ పక్కన వాటిని ఆక్సిడైజ్ చేస్తుంది. Br మైనస్ Br2 గాను I మైనస్ అని I2 గాను. దట్స్ ఏ బ్రోమిన్ అయోడిన్ త్వరగా మనకి కాంబినేషన్ లో రావాలి అంటే హెక్సాహాలైడ్స్ లో పాసిబుల్ కావాలి. Hexahalides cannot be formed with either bromine or iodine. Next,
The first point of observation sir.
only fluorine can form hexahalides. Only fluorine can form hexahalides due to its highest oxidizing power. Due to its highest oxidizing power. Those elements in higher oxidation state, those elements in higher oxidation state can oxidize Br minus and I minus ions to Br2 and I2. That is why bromides and iodides cannot exist in higher that is hexahalide conditions. Hexahalide conditions. Note down next point. Next point. SO2 sulfur dioxide. So resemble కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ చెప్తున్నారు. SO2 can also oxidize. SO2 can also oxidize Br minus and I minus to Br2 and I2. SO2 can oxidize. Just resemble కాబట్టి నోట్ చేశాను అంత మించాను. SO2 can oxidize Br minus and I minus to Br2 and I2 respectively. Okay. Next point. The stability of these halides. Next note point. The stability of these halides is F minus greater than Cl minus greater than Br minus greater than I minus. The stability of these hydrides, F minus greater than Cl minus greater than Br minus greater than I minus. This is general concept. Let us take one by one. Monohalides, dihalides, trihalides, individual compounds. Let us discuss. First subheading, hexahalides. Subheading 1. Hexahalides, MX6 compounds. MX6. Tell me, boys, only fluorine can form hexahalides or not?
Yes, sir. Only
Yes, sir.
fluorine.
Only fluorine can form hexahalides. Note on, only F can form hexahalides. That is SF6, SEF6, TEF6 are possible, but not POF6. Okay, all right, we know. Next, oxygen not form hexahalide due to the absence of d orbital. Yes. Next one, polonium not form hexahalide due to inert pair effect. Due to inert pair effect. Among these compounds, boys, SF6 is the most stable compound and most important compound. Now we are discussing about SF6.
Gas of hydrogen.
Okay. So let us discuss about SF6. Let us discuss about SF6. How to prepare? See here, boys. Sulfur when reacts with fluorine. Sulfur when reacts with fluorine. Excess of fluorine, boys, gives SF6. Okay, excess of fluorine. Similarly, boys, selenium with fluorine, SEF6. Tellurium with fluorine, TEF6 also possible. These can also be possible. Okay, next, SF6 preparation now we are in H2S plus 4F2 gives SF6 plus HF. SF6 plus HF, how many? 8 to 6 coming 200. So this is the way to prepare SF6 molecule. SF6. Now let us discuss about SF6. So what is its structure? What is its stability? Let us discuss one by one. About SF6 now. SF6N. It is a covalent compound, boys. SF6 is a covalent compound. It is a gas. It is a gas. Next, it is highly stable. It is highly stable. Very well. That means thermally stable. Thermally stable because of symmetric structure. Due to symmetric structure. And wait, I will explain. Due to symmetric structure, it is very, very, very stable. Next one. Because of high stability, chemically inert. It is a chemically inert compound. Very, very important point. SF6 is chemically inert because of high stability. Next. Next one. Almost chemically inert due to steric hindrance also. Due to steric hindrance also. Okay, what is that? See here, boys.
Due to large
Later we
size
will
of
explain.
SF6.
Here, sulfur is in sp3d2 hybridization. Sulfur is in sp3d2 hybridization, octahedral molecule. So SF6 sulfur is in sp3d2 hybridization, octahedral molecule. Okay. Next point. It is used as used in, not as, used in electric transformers because chemically inactive. So used in electric transformers and also used as in gas insulators. Used in gas insulators or used as gas insulator. These are some points about SF6. Now, what is the structure of SF6? There, sulfur is in sp3d2 hybridization. We know very well in our Dharma, there is a chemical bonding and octahedral condition. See here, sulfur, fluorine, 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 fluorine. It is a square, fluorine, fluorine. This is SF6 boys. So that means this is I'm writing here sulfur tetrahedral. This is about 6 fluorine. If I'm trying to react with water, this lone pair is moving towards this fluorine sulfur side, not possible due to steric hindrance. Due to steric hindrance, the attachment of water molecule is not possible, and because of this, SF6 is not hydrolyzed.
Sir, voice inverted, sir.
Sir, voice
Sir,
వినిపించట్లేదు.
voice inverted.
SF6 is not hydrolyzed.
Sir, voice
Voice
inverted.
ఏవి వినిపించట్లేదు.
Is SF6 hydrolyzed?
Not
So
hydrolyzed.
SF6 plus H2O, what we expected, that is H2SO4 plus 6HFN. Actually, so delta H value is minus 460 kilojoule per mole. That means delta H negative means we expected this reaction as a possible situation, but practically it is not possible. So based on delta H value, we are expecting the reaction between SF6 and water. That is SF6 can be hydrolyzed, but practically it is not possible due to not hydrolyzed due to steric hindrance. Due to steric hindrance, it is not possible. It is not possible. Ma, ఈ పాయింట్ చాలా సార్లు అడిగిన పెట్టండి మనం. SF6 is not hydrolyzed. Not hydrolyzed. But SEF6. But SEF6 can be hydrolyzed. H2O gives H6SeO6 plus 6HF. Next, similarly, TeF6 when it reacts with water molecules gives H2TeO6. Sorry, H6 TeO6 plus 6HF. This is possible, but this reaction is not possible. That reaction is not possible. Okay. Next. What is the structure of SF6?
Octahedral.
Square planar.
Even though
Huh?
it is exothermic, it is not hydrolyzed, sir.
Yes. Non-planar. Not a planar molecule. So non-planar molecule. Even though it is exothermic, not possible because all bonds are same in size. So perfectly maintained. All bonds are same size. Perfect tetrahedral structure. So steric crowd is there. Because of that, water molecule attacking is not possible. Generally attacking sulfur వెళ్ళాలంటే ఆక్సిజన్స్ ఈ ఫ్లోరిన్స్ దాటుకుని వెళ్ళాలి. ఫ్లోరిన్స్ ఆల్రెడీ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ డెన్సిటీ ఎక్కువ ఉంది, రిపల్షన్ వస్తుంది. ప్లస్ దెర్ ఇస్ నో గ్యాప్ బిట్వీన్ క్లోరిన్ అండ్ ఫ్లోరిన్. దట్స్ వై సో లోన్ పేర్ డొనేటింగ్ టెండెన్సీ, సల్ఫర్ యాక్సెప్టింగ్ టెండెన్సీ ఆల్మోస్ట్ exists. Because of that, reaction with water is not possible. So that is SF6 is chemically inert. SF6 is chemically inert. Okay. Next, about some points. That is TeF6 boys, tellurium hexafluoride. When it reacts with F minus ion, gives TeF7 minus ion. It is possible. Similarly, TeF6 takes 2 F minus ions, gives TeF8 minus 2 ion. It is also possible. TeF8 minus 2 is possible. So it has anti-prism structure. It has anti-prism. It has anti-prism structure. So this anti-prism has one base. Base is there, which is in square condition. Base. Next, 4 sides are there. 4 side faces, which are in triangle shape. Which are triangular faces and 4 side faces. 5 vertices. 5 vertices. 8 adjacent. 8 adjacent. These are the possibilities for square anti-prism structure. So TeF8 minus, because tellurium is something more size. So that's why those 8 fluorine atoms are. Fluorine is very small size, tellurium big size. A combination of 8 fluorines on that tellurium is possible. This is about hexahalides. Boys, among all these, SF6 is very. Is SF6 hydrolyzed? Tell me once again.
Not hydrolyzed.
Steric hindrance.
Hindrance, yes, correct. SF6 has a symmetric structure or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that is important.
That's why it is more stable.
That is why it is more stable. Next one, tetrahalides. Tetrahalides. What type? It is MX4 type. So this is M has one lone pair. M has one lone pair. Okay. Here our 16th group element. It is 16th group element. So this element is in first excited state. Am I correct? Is that element is in a first excited state or not? Because it is in +4 oxidation state. +4 oxidation, where it is possible? First excited state or not?
Yes.
Yes, that is why it has +4 oxidation state. First excited state condition. First excited state. So the possible compounds are SF4 possible and SEF4 possible. TeF4 also possible. SF4 is gas boys. Next, SEF4 is liquid.
Solid.
TeF4 is solid. That means top to bottom intermolecular force is
Increases.
Increases.
increases. It. So among these, we are discussing about SF6, SF4. Here we are discussing SF4 mainly. Now, what are the preparation methods of SF4? Boys, in previous case, sulfur with fluorine gives SF6. I wrote for the preparation of SF6. That is, if fluorine is in excess. If fluorine is in excess, SF6 is the point component. If fluorine is in limited condition, that is diluted with
8.
N2. That means the percentage of fluorine is reduced. Because of that, SF4 molecule is formed. SF4 molecule is formed. Okay, so a little SF6 also possible. Mind it, a little SF6 also formed. So that means to avoid that SF6, this method is not preferable for the preparation of SF4. Therefore, the alternative method is when sulfur reacts with cobalt fluoride, COF3, which is a fluorinating agent. What is the meaning of fluorinating agent?
Gives fluorine.
Gives fluorinating. That gives SF4 plus cobalt difluoride. Balance it. It is a way to prepare SF4. That means here SF6 is not available, not formed. Next, similarly, SeCl4 when reacts with AgF, that gives SeF4 plus AgCl. So it is the way to prepare selenium tetrafluoride. Tellurium dioxide when it reacts with SeF4. SeF4 already we prepared, boys. That gives tellurium tetrafluoride plus SeOF2 is produced. Selenium tetrafluoride and SeOF2 is product, boys. So these are some preparation methods about. It is TeF4. TeF4, SeF4, but we are discussing here about SF4, boys. Boys, in all these cases, tell me, the central atom has a lone pair, correct or wrong?
Yes, sir.
That is why, because of presence of this lone pair, all tetrahalides acts as
Lewis base and
Lewis base.
Lewis bases.
Clear or not? Next, outer shell has empty d orbitals. Clear? Observe in tetrafluoride, there is the first excited condition. So only one d orbital is filled and remaining 4 d orbitals are empty in situation. Okay, that means these elements have outermost empty d orbitals.
Empty.
Because of presence of that empty, they can accept electron pair also. So because it is empty d orbital, therefore also acts as Lewis acids. Therefore, our MX4 acts as both Lewis acid as well as Lewis base. Lewis acid as well as Lewis base. Okay, next point. Now, other halides, SCl4, we are discussing. That is, S plus Cl2 combination gives SCl2. The formed SCl2 once again reacts with chlorine gives SCl4. So this is a sulfur tetrachloride. Similarly, selenium with chlorine gives selenium dioxide first of all. That selenium dichloride once again reacts with chlorine gives selenium tetrachloride. It is second tetrahalide, boys. Second tetrahalide. Next, similarly, tellurium also. Te plus 2Cl2 finally gives TeCl4. TeCl4. This is a possibility. Next, selenium with bromine also gives selenium tetrabromide. With bromine also gives, so boys, just a minute. With chlorine tetrafluoride, with bromine only dibromide is possible, and please keep in mind. With chlorine tetrafluoride is formed, but with bromine only dibromide is formed. Keep this point in your mind. Only dibromide should be the product rate. Next, tellurium tetrachloride. This one acts as Lewis base or acid. Tell me, is it Lewis base or acid?
Both, sir.
Both. I'm taking as base end. I'm taking now it as a Lewis base. When it reacts with 2HCl, gives H2TeCl6 component. H2TeCl6. So it is some acidic compound, complex compound. This is
Sir,
existent.
SCBR2 cannot form na sir. Middle row and all.
SE.
SCBR2 cannot form na sir due to
Cannot
middle
form,
middle row and all.
SCBR2 na? Yes,
Yes, sir.
selenium middle row anomaly undi kada. Selenium middle row anomaly undi kada, no doubt. Okay, leave it boys. Don't consider this. Don't consider that. Accept it. Leave it. Okay. Tellurium tetrachloride, the complex compound should be formed. Next, note on these points. Tellurium tetraiodide and polonium tetraiodide also exist. Tellurium tetraiodide, polonium tetraiodide also exists. So these tellurium iodine, polonium iodine bonds are polar bonds. So these bonds are polar bonds. Okay. Boys, sulfur iodine, selenium iodine, tellurium kadivi. These are non-polar bonds. Keep in mind. Sulfur iodine, selenium iodine are non-polar bonds. Tellurium iodine, polonium iodine are polar bonds. That means something ionic nature is there. Some ionic nature is there. Next. Boys, are these tetrahalides?
Sir, middle row anomaly
Sulfur
ప్రకారం
iodine bond.
SCBR2 ఫాంగ్ అయినప్పుడు SCCl2 కూడా ఫాంగ్ అవ్వదు సార్.
ఫామ్ అవుదాం జనరల్ గా ఏది అంటే రేర్ కేసెస్. ఇప్పుడు మిడిల్ రో అనామలీ అంటే
SCCl2 కూడా
మీకు ఇనట్ పేర్ ఎఫెక్ట్ ఎలా ఉంటుందో మిడిల్ రో అనామలీ కూడా అలాగే ఉంటుంది. కాబట్టి డైహాలైడ్స్ వరకు యాక్సెప్టెడ్. టెట్రాహాలైడ్స్ అవి కొంచెం డిస్టర్బెన్స్ బికాస్ ఆఫ్ ఇనట్ పేర్ ఎఫెక్ట్, పోలరైజ్, దట్ ఈస్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్, దట్ ఈస్ స్ట్రాంగ్లీ అట్రాక్టింగ్ కండిషన్. ఇనట్ పేర్ ఎఫెక్ట్ లో మనం ఏమైతే చెప్తామో అదంతా ఇక్కడ కూడా అప్లై అవుతుంది. మీకు ఆల్రెడీ మిడిల్ రో అనామలీ ఇంతకుముందు చెప్పుకున్నాను, చూసుకోండి ఒకసారి. ఇక్కడ 15th గ్రూప్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ లో రాసినట్టు గుర్తుండ చూడండి. మొత్తం కలిపి 15, 16, 17 అన్ని కలిపి డిస్కస్ చేశాను చూడండి ఒకసారి. సో అదర్వైజ్ ప్లీజ్ ఆస్క్ మీ టుమారో ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ స్టిల్ డౌట్. ఓకేనా బాయ్స్? ఆర్ టెట్రాహాలైడ్స్ ఇన్వాల్వ్డ్ ఇన్ హైడ్రాలసిస్ ఆర్ నాట్?
Yes,
When
sir.
hydrolysis is possible, and so there is an element, if it has MTR gas, if water is attacked, that means that lone pair is donated to this MTR gas. If this is possible, the hydrolysis reaction takes place. Even though sulfur has DR gas, MTDR gas, even though sulfur has MTDR gas in SF6, because of steric hindrance, the donation of lone pair from water is not possible. That is why SF6 is not involved in hydrolysis. But here, not that much hindrance. That is why tetrahalides are involved in hydrolysis. So mind it. So MX4 plus water, nothing but hydrolysis reaction possible. Tetrahalides are involved in hydrolysis. So let us take some examples. SF4 tetrafluoride. When it reacts with water, gives, that is hydrolysis, that is 4HF plus SO2. It is important. Sulfur dioxide form అవుతుంది. SO2, for the preparation of SO2 it is possible, boys. SF4 plus H2O gives మా బ్యాలెన్స్ అయిందిరా?
బ్యాలెన్స్ అయిపోయింది సార్.
బ్యాలెన్స్ అయిపోయింది కదా? ఓకే ఓకే.
సార్ అయింది సార్.
So this SO2 is gas. Gas కాబట్టి escape అయిపోతుందండి. కానీ ఇది మళ్ళీ HF తో రియాక్షన్ లో ఇన్వాల్వ్ అయ్యే ఛాన్సెస్ తక్కువ అండి. Because of that, this reaction is favorable. This reaction is favorable because of release of SO2 gas. SO2 is the good reducing agent, boys. SO2 is the good reducing agent. Okay, so reducing agent కాబట్టి ఆల్రెడీ రెడ్యూస్ అయిపోయింది, మళ్ళీ రెడ్యూస్ అయ్యే ఛాన్సెస్ లేవు కాబట్టి బ్యాక్వర్డ్ రియాక్షన్ జరిగే ఛాన్సెస్ లేవు. Because of this concept, this reaction is possible. Next, SCl4, when it reacts with water, use all chlorines are replaced with OH and yes, OH, 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 OH with 4 HCl, 4 water molecules. This is, we call it as H4SO4, H4SO4. So after that, it loses water molecule. That gives S double bond O, OH, OH, boys. What is this? H2SO3. So us acid is formed.
Sulfurous.
Sulfurous acid. Sulfurous acid is formed. That means tetrahalides on hydrolysis gives us acid. Gives us acids. Okay, next one. Now, what is the structure of this tetrahalides? Structure, boys, let us observe. Structure of tetrahalides. Now, tell me, boys, structure of tetrahalides. Boys, we have a formula to find out the shape, hybridization. So identify that that is the number of electron pairs is equal to atoms dash plus 1/2, group number minus valency minus positive charge minus plus negative charge, minus positive charge plus negative. Therefore, 4 plus 1/2 2 ra, that is 4 plus 1 ra, overall 5. 5 means sp3 dehybridation. It has 1 lone pair, 4 bond pairs. At central atom, it has 4 lone pair, 4 bond pairs and 1 lone pair. So based on this sp3 dehybridation, that means it is our M. It is the shape, actual structure, boys. What is this? Trigonal bipyramidal. But one lone pair is there. That lone pair is occupied at equatorial position. Okay, the remaining structure is called as seesaw structure. It is fluorine, 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 fluorine. This is our sulfur. It is SF4 structure. What is the structure of SF4?
Seesaw structure.
Seesaw structure, and seesaw structure, important. Seesaw or distorted tetrahedron.
The distorted tetrahedride, sir.
ఇది పక్కన పెడితే 4 బాండ్స్ ఏగా.
Sir.
ఆ 4 బాండ్స్ ఓ రకం మన సైడ్ నుంచి చూస్తే టెట్రాహెడ్రల్ షేప్ లో కనిపిస్తే నాట్ ఇన్ రెగ్యులర్ కండిషన్. That is why we are treated as distorted tetrahedral also. Next, or folded structure. Polar structure also, that is also called. But most cases we are using seesaw structure. Seesaw structure. Clearly, we are tracking the structure, boys. See here. SF4 final ga chuste sulfur, fluorine, 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 and lone pair. It is SF4 structure, right? It ila kanipistundi. It seems to be like that. Okay. See here. Here the bond angle. The bond angle between the terminal, these two fluorine spoils. What are these two? These two. these two bond angles. That is 173 degrees. 173 degrees. See here, it is axial. It is axial. This is equatorial. This is equatorial, boys. So now the bond angle at equatorial fluorines. Equatorial fluorines is 102 degrees. Actually, 120 చూడాలి కదా ఇక్కడ మనం. It is not
Lone pair
120 రా.
lone pair bond.
Repulsions 102 maintain అవుతుంది. 102 maintain అవుతుంది. Next. Okay na? It is 165 picometers bond length. ఇది axial bond length. It is 155 picometers. Equatorials. 155 picometers. Note down these points. Okay, it is a structure of tetrahalides. In particular, SF for it. Particularly, it is important. Particularly, it is important.
Sir, equatorial angle ఎంత sir?
170. Equatorial 102.
Length 155 sir.
Length 155. Like రాయమంటావా? 102 degrees. 155 picometers.
అంటే అది ఐ పిరమిడ్ లా లేకపోతే ఏది ఈక్విటోరియల్ ఏది యాక్సిస్ తెలియదు సార్.
క్లారిటీ లేదండి మనకి. క్లారిటీ లేదు. అదే చూపిస్తుంది. అందులోనే ఈ రెండు ఈక్విటోరియల్ కొంచెం దగ్గరకు వచ్చేయండి. ఈ రెండు యాక్చువల్ 180 మెయింటైన్ అవ్వాల్సింది 165 బికాస్ ఆఫ్ లోన్ పే. యాక్చువల్ 120 మెయింటైన్ అవ్వాల్సింది 102 మెయింటైన్. ఓకేనా? దిస్ ఈజ్ యాక్సియల్, దిస్ ఈజ్ యాక్సియల్. This is equatorial, this is equatorial. See here, these are the equatorial. Okay?
ఓకే సార్.
Okay. Totally here, one lone pair, 4 bond pairs, finally add sulfur end. Correct? Seesaw shape. Next, subheading. Dihalides. Dihalides. Formula MX2 type element has 2 lone pairs. Element has 2 lone pairs. So from this side, SCl2 is most important, boys. From this side, SCl2 is most important compound. Okay. Now, except selenium, remaining all elements can form dihalides. Note on this point. Except selenium, remaining all can form dihalides. Can form dihalides. Why not selenium, boys? Because of middle row anomaly. Because of middle row anomaly, selenium cannot form dihalides. So sulfur side gives SF2 possible, SCl2 possible, and from here I am taking SCl2 as major compound. That is most stable and most frequently available case. Next, tellurium side, that is TeCl2, TeBr2, TeI2 are possible. Polonium side, that is PoCl2, PoBr2 possible. PoCl2, PoBr2. మనం తీసుకుంటున్నా, let us take SCl2. Let us take SCl. So what about this SCl? How to prepare this SCl2? When sulfur reacts with chlorine, so it is in molten case. Molten sulfur reacts with chlorine, that gives SCl2 compound. SCl2 compound. So see here, it is foul smelling gas. So SCl2 is a foul smelling gas and gaseous state lo foul smelling. Okay, it is in liquid stage. In liquid stage, it has cherry color. cherry colored liquid. So foul gaseous state lo foul spelling ani, but liquid state lo it has a cherry color. Now sulfur is in sp3 hybridization. So two lone pairs, two bond pairs. So therefore angular molecule. It has angular molecule. So particularly bond angle here is 103 degrees. SCl2. One or 3 degrees is the bond angle. 103 degrees. It is disproportionate in water. It means SCl2. SCl2 disproportionate in water. Let us take the equation. SCl2 when reacts with water gives H2SO3 plus HCl plus Sn. Balance it. Balance it. 2 SCl, 2 sulfurs. Hydrogens. Chlorines 4.
4 HCl, sir.
4 HCl. So 6 oxygens.
3 H2O.
6 hydrogens. 3 H2O. Then 3 H2O. Okay, see here. Here sulfur is in plus 2 oxygen state. Here sulfur is in plus 4 oxygen state. Sulfur is in 0 oxygen state. Sulfur involved in both oxidation and reduction. Therefore, SCl2 with water, that is hydrolysis takes place and it is a disproportionation. Hydrolysis takes place and disproportionation. A number of times asked by this point. Please be careful. చాలా important. Okay. Next one. Bond angles ఒకసారి చూడండి. SF2 రా. SF2. Bond angle is 98.3 degrees. SCl4 రా ఎంత చెప్పా ఇప్పుడే
103 degrees.
3 degrees. TeBr2 రా. దీనికి వచ్చేసరికి బాండ్ యాంగిల్ 98 degrees. మరి కాస్త టెక్స్ట్ బుక్ వాల్యూస్ రా జాగ్రత్త. Okay, these are about dihalides. About dihalides. Next one, monohalides.
సార్ TeCl2 వాటికి అక్కర్లేదు సార్.
అడిగి లేవమ్మా మనకి చిన్న టెక్స్ట్ బుక్ లో లేవద్దు. Monohalides. That is M2X2 type compounds. Okay, monohalides. Tellurium and polonium cannot form monohalides. Reason ఏంటి చెప్తారా? Tellurium, polonium cannot form monohalides due to
Absence of catenation.
absence of catenation. Due to absence of catenation. Sulfur S2F2 possible and sulfur S2Cl2 possible, S2B sulfur S2Br2 possible. S2Br2.
సార్ టేబుల్ రెండే ఇచ్చారు కదా సార్.
ఒక అయితే ఇది కూడా యాడ్ చేసుకోండి. SeCl2 possible, Se2Br2 possible. Se2Br2 possible. These are the possible cases. కల్ టేబుల్ లేకపోతే యాడ్ చేసుకోండి.
SU2Br2 కూడా అవ్వలేదు సార్.
సార్ టేబుల్లో డిఫరెంట్ ఇచ్చారు సార్.
ఏమిచ్చారా?
SU2F2 ఇచ్చారు సార్. SU2Br2 అవ్వలేదు.
మరి యాడ్ చేసుకుంటారా అట్లాగా?
మరి
మరి SE2F2 ఎందుకు దిగేశారు సార్?
Se2
F2.
SE2F2
Se2F2 కూడా ఉందా?
అది ఇచ్చారు సార్ C2BR2 అవ్వలేదు సార్.
సార్ టెక్స్ట్ బుక్ చూద్దాం. వెయిట్ రా చూద్దాం అండి. టెక్స్ట్ బుక్ ఒకసారి అబ్జర్వ్ చేయండి. ప్లీజ్ ఓపెన్ యువర్ టెక్స్ట్ బుక్. ప్లీజ్ చేంజ్ యువర్ టేబులర్ ఫామ్. టేబులర్ ఫామే రాంగ్ వస్తుంది మనకు. టేబులర్ ఫామ్ రీఅడ్జస్ట్ చేయండి. టేబులర్ ఫామ్ లో రీఅడ్జస్ట్ చేయండి అమ్మా.
ఎస్ సార్.
సో ఒకసారి ఏం మార్చాలో చెప్పండి.
ఈ రెండే పాసిబుల్. ఓకేనా?
ఎస్ సార్.
Next, from this side, here was S2Cl2, very, very important. It is on thermal decomposition gives S plus SCl4. S plus SCl4. Thermal decomposition. S2Cl2, it is on thermal decomposition gives Se plus SeCl4. Boys, observe it. Both these are disproportionate or not? Important reactions really. Here sulfur is in +1, 0, +4. Both these are disproportionation reactions. Both these are disproportionation reactions. Now we are discussing about S2Cl2. S2Cl2 preparation methods. S plus Cl2 and S plus 2S plus Cl, excess of sulfur gives S2Cl. S plus Cl2 gives S2Cl. Next, very, very, very important reaction that is 2S2F2 reaction. When it reacts with water, that is hydrolysis reaction, gives SO2 plus HF plus Sn. SO2 O2 balance.
4HF, sir.
4HF. Sulfur balance 3S. See here, once again it is +1, +4, 0. It is also disproportionation. Disproportion, that to hydrolysis reaction. Hydrolysis of S2F2 is a disproportionation reaction. Hydrolysis of S2F2 is a disproportionation reaction. Let us take the structures. S2F2. Structures. కొంచెం స్పేషియస్ గా నోట్ చేసుకుంటారా? ఓపెన్ బుక్ స్ట్రక్చర్ అండి. ఓపెన్ బుక్ స్ట్రక్చర్. సో ఇక్కడ మనం డైహైడ్రల్ యాంగిల్ కనుక తీసుకుంటే, వాట్ ఈస్ డైహైడ్రల్ యాంగిల్? యాంగిల్ బిట్వీన్ టూ పేజెస్. ఓకేనా? సో ఇప్పుడు మనం అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తే ఇది డైహైడ్రల్ యాంగిల్ రా. It is like that. This is dihedral angle. It is one page, it is another page. Between two pages, the angle is called as dihedral angle. So it is open book structure, boys. Dihedral angle is 80 degrees angle. I'm taking S2F2. S2F2. Next, here the angle at an angle 108 degrees. Bond length is 164 picometers. 164 picometers. Next, chlorine తీసుకున్నాను. Chlorine. So here also dihedral angle 83 degrees. 83 degrees. Dihedral angle 83 degrees. It is 107 degrees. 107 degrees. Bond length. Bond length. It is 205 picometers between S and S. 205 picometers between S and Cl. 199 picometers. 199 picometers.
సార్ S2F2లో SS కి సార్
చూడాలమ్మ ఒకసారి, నేను అదే చూస్తున్నా ఇప్పుడు. ఇవాళ సరే, రామారావు గారి బుక్ లో తర్వాత చూద్దాం. ఓకే బాయ్స్, ఇన్ బోత్ కేసెస్ S bond has double bond character. Due to resonance. See here the structures. Yes, F. Resonance look involved అవుతున్నాయి ఇవి. This one has minus, this one has plus. Okay, it is in resonance with S double bond S. This one has a plus, sorry, or in minus kada, minus. This sulfur with chlorine, this sulfur has plus. In both cases, S bond has double bond character, something less distance. Double bond character. Okay. Next subheading any oxygen halides. Next subheading oxygen halides.
సో ఒకసారి కింద ఉంచండి.
ఉంచుతా. What are those oxygen halides? OF2 and O2F2. OF2 and O2F2, those two are the compounds, boys. In OF2, oxygen is in +2 oxygen state. In O2F2, oxygen is in +1 oxygen state. These are fluorides, not oxides. Correct, Nara? These are called as fluorides, not oxides, because oxygen is in positive oxygen state. వీటి మీరు ఆక్సైడ్ అంటే కంపల్సరీ నెగిటివ్ చూపించాలి, కానీ ఇక్కడ ఆక్సిజన్ పాజిటివ్ ఉంది కాబట్టి వీటిని ఆక్సైడ్ అంటానికి వీల్లేదండి. హియర్ ఫ్లోరిన్ ఇస్ ఇన్ నెగిటివ్, దట్ ఇస్ ద ఫ్లోరైడ్స్. Oxyfluorides these are, but not oxides. These are fluorides, not oxides. Next, boys, ఇక్కడ ఇంకొక స్ట్రక్చర్ కూడా నోట్ చేయండి. Please read one more add it, that is S double bond S, F and F structure also positive. Please add this structure also. Double bond character, because of that.
రెసొనెన్స్
That's
స్ట్రక్చర్
alpha. Resonance కాదు, and different structure.
రీఅరేంజ్మెంట్
Different structure. F minus S combination లో ఇక్కడ బాండ్ ఫామ్ అయ్యే ఛాన్స్.
అప్పుడు ఆక్సిడేషన్ స్టేట్ మారిద్ది సార్, లేకపోతే అంతేనా సార్?
మారుద్ది ఇక్కడ, బికాజ్ ఇక్కడ వచ్చేసరికి ఆక్సిజన్ -2 లోకి వెళ్ళిపోతుంది, ఇది -2 లోకి వెళ్ళిపోతుంది, అది +2 లో ఉంటుంది. చేంజ్ అవుతుందండి కన్ఫామ్ గా. Okay, boys, these are not fluoride, not oxide, these are considered as fluorides. Okay, next preparation methods. First of all, I am taking OF2, oxygen difluorides. Oxygen difluoride. So oxidation state of oxygen here is plus 2 ra. Preparation methods for this OF2. Very important. That is 2NaOH reacts with fluorine. Why is this NaOH ra? Cold dilute case ra. And hot dilute, hot concentrated case products maripothayi. Cold dilute case that gives NaF plus HF plus OF2 is the product. HF across the money, H2O. NaF plus H2O plus OF2. Balance cheste
2 NaF
2 NaF H2O plus
balance.
OF2. Okay, it is OF2 ra, OF2 preparation. And then we could hot concentrated తీసుకున్నాం అనుకోరా. In case if it is hot concentrated, okay. ఇక్కడ O2 రావాల్సిన ప్లేస్ OF2 రావాల్సిన ప్లేస్ లో O2 వస్తుంది. That is the difference, boys. But we want OF2 రా. సో కాబట్టి మన ప్రిపరేషన్ మెథడ్ లో కంపల్సరీ కావాల్సిన కోల్డ్ డైల్యూట్ కేసే మనం కన్సిడర్ చేద్దాం. డోంట్ కన్సిడర్
మీట్ అయిపోయారు సార్.
సో డోంట్ మా ఇప్పుడు ఏంటి ఎలా ఉందా ఆడిబుల్
Fine, sir.
Audible, sir.
okay so it is OF2 now O2F2 case how to prepare O2F2 is nothing but O2 plus F2 అని electric discharge apply చేస్తారు. Electric discharge that gives O2F2. O2F2. This O2F2 is a brown colored gas. O2F2 is a brown colored gas. No doubt. Next point. Both OF2 and O2F2 are very strong oxidizing agents. Very strong oxidizing agents. So next to fluorine. And actually the highest oxidizing power fluorine kuntundra. Fluorine next BDK chance. Very strong oxidizing agents next to fluorine. Next. So why these are next to fluorine? Because they liberate oxygen gas when they involved in the reaction. So we gonna reaction like involved with the O2 gases, that oxygen is acts as oxidizing agent. Because of that, when compared to fluorine, these are less oxidizing agents. But in the absence of fluorine, these are the strong oxidizing agents. These are the strong oxidizing agents. Next, some reactions towards the oxidizing properties. When OF2 reacts with water, gives what we expected. Tell me, boys. Fluorine hydrogen combination HF, oxygen combination O2. 2HF plus O2. That is why it acts as oxidizing agent. Next, 2O2F2 plus H2O. That gives 2H2O తీసుకున్నారా 4HF 4 వచ్చినాయా ఓకే 4HF plus 2O2 2 నా 3 నా
3 sir.
ఇక్కడ 2 ఉన్నాయి 3 వస్తాయి 3O2. So because that means when O2F2 reacts with water, that is hydrolyzed, or OF2 hydrolyzed, that liberates O2 gases. This oxygen gas acts as oxidizing agent. That means aqueous combinations, aqueous compounds of this OF2 and O2F2 are strong oxidizing agent because of liberation of this oxygen. Because of liberation of this oxygen. Let us observe some structures, boys, about these dihalides. Something. Note on the structures. All these dihalides are MX2R. Angular, correct or wrong? Angular.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, OF2 also angular. OF2 also angular. Next, M2X2 is open book end. Correct? Therefore, O2F2 also open book structure. O2F2 also has open book structure end. Let us observe the structures. See here. OF2 oxygen 2 lone pairs. Here the bond angle is 103 degrees. OF2. 145 picometers. 145 pico. It is about OF2. Next, SF2. Here the bond angle is 98.3 degrees. It is SF2. SF2. Next, H2. Another listen. 104.5 degrees and H2O. Next, OCL2. OCL2. That has 111 degrees. 111 degrees. Why here a double bond character possible from oxygen to chlorine? Double bond character. So that is involved in resonance. OCL2. Next, SCL2. మా ఇందాక ఎంత రాసిన యాంగిల్ చూడండి 103 degrees. Okay. So ఇక్కడ back bonding is very weak end.
సార్ క్లోరింగ్ ఎంత సార్?
103 degrees bond angle. SCL2 103 degrees.
CL2 సార్.
CL2 111. CL2O కి 111. Next, O2F2. Open book structure అని చెప్పాం కదా, just like this one. OF. So OO bond length 121.7 picometers. 121.7 picometers. Bond angle between OOF. Bond angle is 109 degrees. 21 minutes. Next, OF bond length 158 picometers. 158 picometers. Dihedral angle. Dihedral angle, that is 87.36 degrees. Dihedral angle 87.36 degrees. That one also involved in resonance end. OO has double bond character. That OO has double bond character similar to S2Cl2. That is OOF. It is in resonance with O double bond O. This one gets positive. This one gets positive charge. It is F minus condition. Next, O double bond O. F minus. This oxygen gets positive charge and F. These are the resonance structures of O2F2.
సార్ లాస్ట్ ఉంది సార్. మళ్ళీ బ్లూటూత్ డిస్కనెక్ట్
O double bond O FF అది ఉండదా సార్?
Boys, note on this point.
సార్ బ్లూటూత్ డిస్కనెక్ట్ అయింది.
Because it is similar to H2O2 structure. In H2O2, O bond length is equal to 148 picometers. In
Sir,
OO bond length. How much?
sir, Bluetooth
About
disconnect.
122 piconewtons. Almost 122 piconewtons, 121.7 piconewtons.
Sir, Bluetooth disconnected.
Okay.
Sir,
So this is about halides, boys.
Sir,
Halides. Okay. So tomorrow we will start with oxides. Right now I'm stopping. Thank you.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.